fix my attention span, and I am the happiest guy ever. I've just sat down to do a task. What's the time? 20 to 6 in the evening, and I've just sat down to do a task, and I've just done it all. I just sat there, no matter how uncomfortable it was, I just sat there and done it. And for the last week or however long, I've been doing 8 to 10 hours of just doing tasks. Now, the interesting thing is, I actually enjoy doing it. I actually enjoyed my work. Like, I sit down there and it could be just like a boring task, but I actually enjoy it now. And it's the best feeling in the world. Like, I have this feeling of just peace and almost like euphoric feeling. And it's because I've just completely cut down how much dopamine I'm taking in. I'm not going into a scientific thing to do with you here. This is just simple for what I've done. I've done a blueprint of my life, and I wrote out my dream life and how I want my life to look. Then on another bit of paper, I wrote down, how do my days actually look now? And does it align with that? And the answer is no. When you have a business or an online business, you'll go through periods as you're going of start, amazing, all good. And then you go through seasons. 9 times out of 10 people might burn out. And I got to the stage where I'd been so consumed in my clients that when it came to my work, my brain was just overloaded, and rightly so. I'm not going to want to do a task, right? I didn't start a coaching business to do all of these tasks in order to be able to move the needle forward. I just wanted to help people. So I completely dissected my life. A lot of people will say, you know, replace that dopamine with that dope. I didn't do that. I just have this all or nothing. I put my phone in grayscale was the first thing that I done, right? And then it got to the point where I just didn't consume short form content anymore. That was just one of the main things. I just don't consume it. I don't watch it. I have no idea what is going on in the world. I couldn't care less. I've always gone through stages of deleting it. I use Meta Business Suite so I can reply to messages and I can see the engagement on the content. So again, I have to open my laptop up in order to be able to see that. Another thing I got was a phone stand. So one of these stands next to my desk. Because we have this thing, I think we pick our phone up like 150 times a day, right? So we're constantly looking at it for notification. But I just had that. So if it didn't light up, I didn't bother doing it. Whether I'm sitting down on the sofa, whatever it is, I didn't have that urge and that crave. I also realised, stop being such a sad little melt. That phone is just a portable of problems. You go on there, you're going to go into lack. I don't have this. Why is this not doing well? Why is this not doing... And it's a prison. And it's like, this has been created to distract us, to numb us, to keep us on a platform. And ultimately, it just came with perspective. All right? It's just an artificial world. That's it. But then what I started to notice was, on my phone, I started looking at YouTube Shorts. So that became a no-go. And you'll start to see that you try and replace it with something else in order to be able to give you that feeling. I got a Kindle because then I can literally just sit there and be productive with the Kindle. I then just started actually just sitting in silence. Now, a lot of people will sit down at the desk and do a load of deep work. Great. For me, before I do that deep work, I like to get into silence. I like to let the chaos go, and then I like to let my intuition guide before the task. So I sit in silence, and then all of a sudden the idea comes in, and then I execute on it, and I get it done rapidly. Now, sitting in silence is boring, but also, by the time I've sat in silence, I actually want to go and do something. I had to organise a load of content for these folders, and yesterday I was absolutely exhausted. Day before I was absolutely exhausted from a load of tasks and a load of filming. Didn't want to do it. But it's got to 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and there isn't really much else going on after calls. And then all of a sudden, just got the task done. So don't try and overcomplicate it. Don't try and look into the science behind it. Just stop doing it. Grayscale, you're bored. You don't want to look at it. Going to bed, sitting in silence for about 40 minutes prior to going to bed in a dark room, listening to my own thoughts, having a conversation with God. All right, that's another beautiful one. Waking up in the morning as well. And if you're in England or if you're in the UK, sorry about this, but going to sit outside, going to sit in the sun. You know, 5 to 10 minutes every hour, just getting outside, recharge yourself, positive self-talk. It's been the biggest game changer ever. And then obviously, don't have a sugary coffee in the morning because you'll just have that crash straight away. Cold shower, give yourself that high-level dopamine hit. Fire up your natural adrenaline responses, because 9 times out of 10, you wake up in the morning, you want your phone. Now, overstimulation is the biggest problem. You'll start sleeping bad. You start doubting yourself. I can't believe it. I'm actually gassed. I've gone in and out of stages like this, but we go back into default mode, don't we? And we were like, oh, you know, I'll have a little scroll. I need a scroll. You know, I'm itching for a scroll. I treat myself to a little scroll. Little scrolly poos, boys. Little scrolly poos, girls. And we don't want to be there. So, you'll see a difference. So I'm really hungry. You'll see a difference throughout your day when you're just bored. When you actually... I get excited by doing work now. Like, I'm gassed. I never want to go back. I've got no interest in the short form content and my attention span and being fried, because you know what, it's horrible, isn't it? It's actually horrible when you look at it. It's just like, it's like brain damage. And for what? Now, I was sat in the car the other day on the way to the gym, and this is going to sound a little bit woo-woo, but I just started looking out the window. Literally started looking out the window, and I just started noticing different things rather than just having my head down sucked into a bloody screen. Now, another beautiful thing that you can do is when you have dinner or when you have food, don't have something in front of you to watch. Have you noticed that? Bang. When you go to the toilet, phone. You're stuck in a queue, phone. Stuck in traffic, phone. Someone's driving you in a car, phone. Phone. Now, we can dive into this, how it disconnects you from consciousness, it pulls you away from God, yada, yada, yada. But ultimately, the biggest game changer, right? You don't need all of these scientific... I see some people online selling dopamine stuff or how to quit porn. You just got to respect yourself enough to make a decision. If it doesn't scare the life out of you that your brain's being damaged and you can't sit down and do a simple hour, 2, 3, 4 hours of work, I don't know what to tell you. So, well, that's just my 10p. I feel great, you know. Also, get L-theanine. No coffee for 90 minutes. Get some water and electrolytes. Get L-theanine. Have a coffee. A lot of people fast in the day. But I like to have some eggs. I have like 4 eggs. And then I have a wrap. And then also yogurt and whey protein's good as well. Because I feel like when you have that coffee in the morning on an empty stomach, it sort of sends you a little bit west. But there's my habits that I have in order to be able to do deep work. Turn your notifications off, put your phone away. And once you've done the task, that reward yourself, you know, or like congratulate yourself. I just congratulate myself, but hey boy, I'm proud of you there. And I'm actually building a great relationship with myself now, because you go on the apps, it's impossible not to compare yourself to someone. Telling me you're sitting on a sofa, you see someone driving a Lambo, and you don't think, oh, I'd love that. No matter how well you're doing, mate, we're human, you know what I mean? Anyone says anything different is waffle. So it's like, I enjoy my company now. I actually said that to myself last night. I was like, oh, I've actually enjoyed being around myself recently. And 9 times out of 10, we can't say that we do that, because there's so much we should be doing, we don't do, and we need to do, that you don't have a great relationship with yourself. And what's the point? You know? The whole point about life is just to enjoy you as like a mate. For me to be able to sit down here now, 150 grams of pineapple, lovely jubbly, but just enjoy my company, just enjoy being me. I remember times where I hated the world. I was overthinking, I was stressing, I was worrying. And the thing is with these phones, is they will cause that in your brain. You know, you never feel like you're never doing good enough and all this waffle. But I've spent most of the day in silence today. Even filming now, just come on here, have a little bit of a chin wag. And next thing you know, you're doing tasks. And if you can do tasks and you can stick to it, lovely jubbly. Do you know what I mean? And then you're going to start progressing even more. So, no science here from me. Just simple, basic stuff. I'm a decision maker for me. I'm a decision maker. Hold on. Dad. I'm filming a YouTube. I'll call you back. That's alright, love you. So always answer the phone, when your family rings you, because there's some people out there that I've got friends of that will would love to have that name pop up on the phone and they don't. So I'm authentic on here, and that's a lesson. There's always a lesson in everything. So enjoy the company with yourself, and start to like. I wish everyone could feel how I feel. I feel brilliant. I feel grounded. I feel safe. The nervous system feels good. Not overthinking, not stressing. A few triggers tried to come in, but I thought, no, not today. Not today, Rodney. Not today, Del Boy. And here we go. Wallop. So, that's it. Just make a decision. Just make a decision and stick with it. A lot of people teach how they teach, which is great. I think it's a lot of fluff. I think that if we look too much into something, we make it too deep. And I think a lot of people will put stuff out there to make it sound a lot harder than what it actually is. It's just coming out of a decision. It's exactly the same with corn, right? The 3 ways, I'll do a proper video on this, but the 3 ways to give up that, yeah, is it's someone's daughter, right? That's like a bloke's daughter, right? Probably had a very, very abusive upbringing, right? Because that's just the statistics of it. And film yourself doing it. Prop your phone up, watch yourself looking at it, right? Until you finish, and then watch it back. And you'll realise how pathetic it is. Pixels on the screen. Also, rate yourself enough to be able to be like, I can get a decent bird like that. Like, I'm the guy. Do you know what I mean? Never worship something. Never put something outside of you. Anyway, going a bit off topic, but kind of ruins your dopamine anyway. So, have a great relationship with yourself. Keep your heart open. Get off the blowers. You're missing out on nothing. That's what they're designed. That's what I was going to say. That's what they're designed to do. They're designed to make you stay on there, compare yourself, and like literally live in feel like you're missing out. But you ain't missing out on anything. I bet you can't even remember the last 2 videos you watched prior to my little mug popping up. You know what I mean? So, one thing I mainly do with my clients, and a friend said to me the other day, he's like, why do you never repost any of your clients on your story? I'm like, why do I do that? He said, well, don't they tag you? I said, mate, they're not allowed social media. I said, if I see their name pop up, they'll be getting a message saying what you do and get off it. And they've just become more at peace, like enjoying more of the present moment, you know, not always itching to pick their phone up. That is a game changer, honestly. Just get one of these and put it down next to your desk, or if you're on your sofa, put it there. Turn your notifications off, all right? If it's important, someone will call you. But that's it. Just make a decision. Have the discipline to stick to that decision. Get bored. Get so bored. Bored, all right? Madness. I was going to say something about how gravity was found by Isaac Newton, but I think I'll do a video on that. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do a video on how to be bored. So keep an eye out for that. Anyway, I'm Brad. I'm a life coach. Travel the world helping some of your most favourite music artists, TV personalities, DJs, CEOs, directors, companies, you name it. I'm here on YouTube now every single day. Just plopping up a video because I'm bored now. My brain is bored. I have time, so I'm literally just like, let's get it. But I'm actually taking social media seriously. If you want to come and join the family, amazing. If you're one of the current 6 to... I'm in the range between 6 views to 34 views, but someone did comment the other day saying, how are you not more well known? Everything that you put out is top-notch self-development. And do you know why that is? That is because I actually spent 4 or 5 years on my craft rather than the marketing. And that is why I'm actually one of the life coaches that beats the statistics of actually creating a full-time, profitable life coaching business. So there we go. Big love. Enjoy. Media movement, baby.